What if Plankton was never supposed to win? He's tried everything: robots, mind control, elaborate disguises. He's even teamed up with his enemies in moments of desperation, and he's failed every single time. But what if that wasn't incompetence? What if his defeat was predetermined, hard-coded into Bikini Bottom before the first episode even aired? Because this isn't a villain story, it's a tragedy. Let's start with what Plankton actually wants. Because contrary to popular belief, Plankton doesn't want chaos. He's not some maniacal anarchist trying to burn Bikini Bottom to the ground. He doesn't want destruction for destruction's sake. What Plankton wants is simpler, and somehow sadder. He wants success. He wants his restaurant to thrive. He wants customers walking through his doors, not Mr. Krabs. He wants to prove that his food, his innovation, his intelligence matters in a world that constantly dismisses him. He wants respect, recognition, validation that he's more than just the microscopic pest everyone treats him as. And here's what makes it even more tragic. Unlike Mr. Krabs, who built his empire on greed and exploitation, Plankton actually works for it with innovation. Think about it. Plankton is a legitimate inventor. He creates sentient artificial intelligence. He builds teleportation devices. He engineers mind control helmets and molecular manipulators. He doesn't just dream, he executes at a level that would make him a billionaire in any rational universe. The Chum Bucket itself is a technological marvel. While Mr. Krabs runs a greasy spoon with a broken register and a kitchen held together by spite, Plankton operates what is essentially an advanced research facility disguised as a restaurant. His wife Karen is a sentient supercomputer. His lab contains equipment that would make NASA jealous. He plans meticulously. He adapts to failure. He learns from his mistakes and iterates endlessly. By every logical measure, Plankton should succeed. But he doesn't. And Bikini Bottom won't allow it. Here's the unforgettable truth that the show doesn't want you to notice. SpongeBob SquarePants isn't just a comedy. It's a system. A status quo that must be maintained at all costs. SpongeBob requires stability. Mr. Krabs requires economic dominance. The Krusty Krab must always remain the center of Bikini Bottom's universe, which means by necessity, Plankton must always lose. Look at the pattern. Every single time Plankton gets close to winning, every time he actually succeeds, what happens? In Plankton's army, he recruits his entire family, breaks into the Krusty Krab, cracks a safe, and discovers the formula is a cruel joke. In the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, he takes over all of Bikini Bottom and achieves total domination.
Stop me now!
But the entire plot exists solely to undo his victory. Memory wipes, time reversals, the formula being fake, the success being a dream. The universe resets. Because change is forbidden in Bikini Bottom. The show's entire structure depends on maintaining the same power dynamics episode after episode. Mr. Krabs must remain wealthy and exploitative. SpongeBob must remain naive and loyal. And Plankton must remain desperate and defeated. It's not that Plankton is incompetent. It's that winning would break the show. Now, here's where it gets even darker. Plankton is genuinely one of the smartest characters in the entire show. Possibly the smartest. And that's exactly why he fails. Because Bikini Bottom doesn't reward intelligence. It punishes it. Think about who succeeds in this world. SpongeBob, whose defining trait is childlike simplicity. Patrick, who is literally too stupid to understand his own failures. Mr. Krabs.
Once again, Plankton has... No!
Whose success comes not from intelligence, but from ruthless greed and willingness to exploit others. The characters who thrive in Bikini Bottom are those who don't question the system, who accept things as they are, who operate on instinct and emotion rather than logic and planning. Plankton thinks too much. He analyzes. He strategizes. He sees the inefficiencies and injustices of Bikini Bottom and tries to change them. And in this world, thinking is dangerous. The system is designed to crush anyone who tries to change it. Plankton's brilliance doesn't elevate him.
I always win! No, SpongeBob, I always win!
It isolates him. It makes him an enemy of the status quo. Every invention, every plan, every demonstration of intellectual superiority just paints a bigger target on his back. Even when he tries to use his intelligence for good, like in New Leaf,
I surrender!
where he genuinely attempts to go straight and open a legitimate knick-knack shop, the universe won't allow it. Mr. Krabs' paranoia and Bikini Bottom's refusal to let Plankton change his narrative drag him back into his predetermined role. In a world that rewards obedience and punishes innovation, being smart isn't an advantage, it's a liability. And Plankton knows it. But here's what transforms Plankton from a villain into something far more heartbreaking. He understands he's trapped in an unwinnable game. He's failed thousands of times. He's been humiliated, defeated, crushed under the weight of the universe's indifference. And yet he keeps trying anyway. That's what makes him tragic. Not evil, not foolish, not even particularly villainous when you think about it. Human. Plankton is the embodiment of futile persistence, of refusing to accept defeat even when defeat is inevitable, of continuing to fight not because you believe you'll win, but because surrendering means accepting that your life has no meaning.
I mean, hi.
Plankton?
Ouch!
He can't stop, because stopping would mean admitting that Mr. Krabs was right, that size matters, that power matters, that intelligence and hard work and innovation mean nothing in the face of established dominance. So he builds another robot. Hatches another scheme, walks back into the Krusty Krab knowing he'll probably fail again. And he does it anyway, because what else is there? There's a moment in Friend or Foe where we see Plankton and Krabs as childhood friends. Before the betrayal, before the rivalry, before everything went wrong. They were equals once. They dreamed together. And then Krabs chose profit over friendship, success over loyalty. Plankton's entire crusade isn't just about a secret formula. It's about proving that he mattered, that the friend who abandoned him was wrong to do so, that intelligence and creativity should have value in this world. But the world has already decided otherwise. That's the real tragedy of Plankton. Not that he fails, but that he's aware of his own doom and chooses to continue anyway. He's like a man cursed to push a boulder uphill forever, only to watch it roll back down, but pushing anyway because the alternative is admitting defeat. He's every person who's ever been told they're too small, too weird, too ambitious, and refused to believe it even when the world proved them wrong again and again. Maybe you felt this way too. Plankton didn't fail because he was wrong. He didn't fail because he was stupid or evil or incompetent. He failed because success was never written for him.
Plankton, 1% evil, 99% hot gas.
The universe decided his role before he was ever animated into existence. The eternal loser, the perpetual underdog, the villain who must always be defeated so the heroes can remain heroic. And maybe that's the darkest thing about SpongeBob SquarePants. It's not just a show about a sponge who flips burgers. It's a show about a world where the game is rigged, where challenging the system is punished, where intelligence and ambition are curses rather than gifts. And Plankton, brilliant, desperate, tragic Plankton, is the only one who sees it clearly. He sees the absurdity, he recognizes the injustice, and unlike every other character who simply accepts their role in Bikini Bottom's cosmic joke, Plankton refuses to comply. That refusal is what makes him dangerous, and that's why he must be kept down. If this changed how you see the show, smash that like button and subscribe for more cartoon deep dives nobody asked for. Now, here's my question. If you feel sorry for Plankton, comment tragic below. If you think he deserves the endless defeat, explain yourself. Because I want to hear how you justify punishing someone.
All right, it's true. I tricked you to get the Krabby Patty.
Whose only crime was refusing to accept that some people are simply born to lose.